Nuke just sent me a video file, a replay file for Stormgate, and he called it Game of the Year. Now, I just want to know, or I just want to note, that this is the second file in one day that Nuke sent me that he called Game of the Year. I don't know how many Games of the Year we're gonna get at this rate, but we can have a quick little peek. So they actually have a replay system in this game now, but it's a bit tricky to get to, because you have to go into like your app data and stuff. And then you have to find a secret folder. Ah, here we go. I did it. Alright. We have 2 replays that I apparently should go ahead and check out. The only problem with the observer interface and the beta of this game so far is that it's very bare bones. As in, there is no overview of the supply count. There's not even an indicator of who's playing what. So you gotta pay attention to the loading screen of the game, because otherwise you can't quite figure it out. So, it's your own game, Nuke? Nuke called his own game Game of the Year? I think I'm gonna check out the other one first. Yeah, I see how it is. So, wait, I missed it on the screen now. I missed who's blue. Hold up. I missed on the screen who played blue and who played red. Because this is a mirror matchup? And if I don't look on the loading screen, who's playing what? Oh, it didn't even show it this time around. What? Alright, hold up. It doesn't show it over here. My computer may be too quick, guys. I know. It's a real problem. There's no observer face or interface in the game. And my computer loads the replay too quick that the loading screen doesn't show us anything. Okay, Lorimbo is blue. Okay, I found it. I got it. Lorimbo in this Game of the Year is blue. He's over in the bottom left-hand corner. And then we have another player called Theory in the top right. Now, I know that these two are apparently actually very good at the game. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect, but from what I understand, they are amazing. But look, this is all I have. I can fast forward. I can skip forward a little bit. I can show the replay duration. I'm actually glad to see that that is hidden by default. So we don't actually know exactly how long this game is going to be. But yeah, there is no way for me to know what this is, for example. Is it a pig farm? It could be. I know that it changed the entire tech tree up, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, there is just no information whatsoever. But we can go ahead and have a look at the game. To be fair though, I think this is mostly just proof of like, hey, we can actually do this and it also works. It's just that they are not displaying any of the information of, you know, the actual game yet. So I'm assuming they will definitely publish that before the final version of the game. Probably before the early access, if I were to make a guess. So he's running out, or rushing out a Gaunt. All right, whereas Lorimbo over here is rushing out a Brute. So a little bit different of a strategy. I think he's... Oh no, he's actually rushing out the speed camp. Huh. Can you take down the speed camp with a single Gaunt? Oh, okay. There you go. You can actually abuse the AI a little bit. That's clever. In the meantime, there is already a Gaunt available here as well for Theory. Now there's also a Brute showing up here for Lorimbo. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like MOBAs, exactly. It is kind of like MOBAs. So both of them are trying to rush out the speed camp, but he now finds out that his opponent has been doing the exact same thing. I hope at some point that there's going to be an indicator too, as he's actually decided to split his units into multiple dudes there. I hope at some point that there's going to be an indicator as well on who exactly got the last hit on a lot of these camps. Now, obviously, with this one, it's very clear that Theory is the one. No, it's... I was gonna say, it's Lorimbo who got it, but since it's blue and since Theory is playing in blue, it gets very confusing. That's what, yeah, makes it a bit weird. So he gets the, I guess, the blue buff. But the color of the aura is the same as one of the two players, which We're also gonna ride up to... Wait, I got it backwards again? Lorimbo is blue, Theory is in red? Okay. Yeah, last hitting is definitely a thing on creeps. Absolutely. So it's kind of like Warcraft 3, you know? Where, like, you want to try and item steal, if possible. But obviously there's no items in this game. But you do want to try and steal your opponent's gold away from them. Yeah, there's some of it that's just not very clear yet. But I'm assuming they're gonna make that more obvious. Alright, so then Lorimbo is gonna continue onwards over here. Take the speed camp on the left side. Theory coming in from the north. Vision camp over here was taken as well by Theory. I love how this guy is literally just a deer with a shuttle up above his head. Yeah, they're little radar dogs over here for now. These are the vision indicators in the game for the moment. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be at some point, but... The fiends are so difficult to deal with because they snowball so hard. There's a lot of defensive measures in the game, though. The defensive towers are really quite good. And the same for, like, say, the shroud over here and the stones. You can actually get a ton of value out of that. Okay, so he's actually knocked down his own trees here in the back of his natural. Which is kind of nice. Yeah, this map looks a lot better than Boneyard. Boneyard does not seem like a very good map. Yeah, exactly. Like, you want to try and steal as much as possible, right? Like, imagine your opponent has spent a lot of time getting this health camp down, and you just run in there with one of your fiends, one little dude, and you get the final hit. I mean, it's certainly something that players will be aiming for. Like, it's going to be very impactful, especially when the meta settles and at a high level. That is something players will try to optimize for sure. I wonder how long it would take me, though, to, like, get used to the mechanics of a game that are entirely different from StarCraft 2. Like, I have years and years and years of muscle memory built up for StarCraft. It's gonna take me a while, I think. Like, I don't really notice it so much on games like, for example, Age of Empires. But this game is like Blizzard-like, but the whole mechanics are a bit different. So he's loading things right here into what is the Infernal dropship, whatever the name of it is. You can pop this thing into the ground as well, and it will generate a little bit of shroud around itself. Which is very, very cool. The Doombringer, that's it. I don't really know exactly what sort of strategy though. So these two are like some of the highest ranked players in the game right now. Oh, here we go. Loaded up with Mass Gaunt. All right, that's one way to harass a mineral line. That's actually super sick. Army coming back home. He's decided to drop down a Shroud Stone. Thinking about picking up units again. Can you only load units in when it's on the ground? I think so, right? He wants to get another Brood, but... yeah, that was a bit risky. So you have to actually land it before you can load units in. That's very cheeky. I gotta say though, compared to the Devastator build, so this is Elephant, right? Compared to the first version of the game that they opened up to other people, this looks so much better already. Like, seriously. I don't know exactly what they've changed, and I've been trying to figure it out. But somehow unit legibility is so much better. So this is a mirror matchup, and I can actually tell whose units are whose. Yeah, I think that just increased the color intensity a lot. That may honestly be it. But also just... I think it may also be the background being a different color or something. Yeah, but what exactly did they change about... like, I don't feel like it's just the colors. Maybe the shadows of the units are also a little bit more distinct? Yeah. I guess I could drop down the graphics way too low and then see how it works. There's a bit of an aura of the color around units. Oh. Demon swap. You got tagged by Autobot there for a little bit. I love that Autobot apparently also tags for Twitch staff. That's really funny. You wrote in the sentence, body looks colored. And Autobot was like, oh, no, ban him right away. Hold his message for review. Autobot goes kind of hard. Yeah. That is Twitch's own protection in the chat. But yeah, you're right. The bodies do look more colored. So they changed the way that the Myrmidons work. That's these guys over here. Yeah, they had a charge ability. And now they have like this little dancing thing. I don't like the dancing ability very much. It's very strong because it slows down units. I think it slows them down anyways. Or it interrupts them. I'm not exactly sure, but... Magmadon, yeah. The stomping is very fun, but it looks so derpy. Yeah, it's really powerful. The previous version may have been even more powerful, though. I quite like the charge skill shot, to be honest. But, fair enough. So he's setting up a lot of these Shroud Stones over here, right? I don't know if these are more Shroud Stones or if these are... pig farms. So can you micro the pigs yet? Because in the previous build you couldn't. I haven't tried the Infernals at this point. It seemed a bit weird that you couldn't micro them. They're still not microable? I don't know if that's like something they actually mean to have or if it's just something they haven't gotten around to yet. Yeah, exactly. They give supply, which is what makes it so strange. This is a sick fight. Oh. But you can actually kind of tell what's going on now. A little bit of a derpy pathing over there on that guy. Okay. So this is Lorimbo in blue, who's not in the greatest of positions at the moment, although he has taken the third. If he can shut down his opponent's third, that would be sick. Yeah, trees are destructible. I really do like that. It's a little bit of destructible terrain, but not too much, you know? And obviously at this point, there's no tier 3 units yet in the game. So without tier 3 units, I think all strategy should be taken with a grain of salt. Like, this is kind of like playing Hydraling Bane every game, you know? I guess it works, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. The Magmadons they have a consume ability? Okay, they can eat to refresh white health. So taking them with you would also be strong. What do you guys think about the white health? I find it a strange mechanic overall. I understand that it's like a cool idea. But I feel like it's very tricky to understand, like, to like... Ooh, there's a flayed dragon already. Sick. This thing deals insane damage. Yeah, it does feel fun in game. I guess it's a lot more clear now, though, that it doesn't regenerate anymore. Or, sorry, it doesn't degenerate. Oh! Oh, nice control. Keeps it alive. Yeah, but right now it's kind of like a shield, you know? So, like, right now the way that it works is it's kind of like a shield. And you have to go back onto Shroud to regenerate the shield. That's about it, right? Isn't that basically how it works? And some units, like for example the Magmadon, can just consume another unit and get white health back. To get shields back. I think that's essentially the entirety of it, right? It's like Protoss? Yeah, but Protoss regenerates shield out of combat. Just over time, wherever. And like the same thing over here for the Infernals, but they have to go back onto Shroud, which is this stuff. But they have abilities to bring Shroud as well to the front line. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, big stunts. It's actually much better. I can like actually pick out the units that are doing things. You know, some of it is probably also being more familiar with the game now compared to the first time around. These are like air bombers, basically, right? Or wait, no. Are these the detectors? I always get them confused. The game is unwatchable if you're colorblind. Have you considered not being colorblind? Okay. No, hold up. No, hold up. Yeah, no, I don't think they've gotten around to any colorblind settings yet. No, sorry. Now, I mean, obviously they're not prioritizing colorblind settings right now, right? But I'm sure that is something they'll add. But I guess with the previous version of the game, it kind of looked like, I guess it would look like if you are colorblind. I guess that's probably a pretty good example of it. Like, you can kind of try to make sense of it, but... I don't like team-colored health bars, personally, but... No, you have colorblind settings in StarCraft 2. Those are a thing. Yeah. Yeah, last time around, the red color was more pink. Yeah, absolutely. What's this? Just a giant square. This is the black box, man. Every airplane has one. You can go straight into the void. Oh, the Flayed Dragon does look really nice. It's a camera. It's a spot for your camera. Ah, there it is. It's back. Oh yeah. So he's using those air bombers to fight the opponent's air bombers so the Flayed Dragon can stay alive. So basically the strategy is to rush out Gaunts and Brutes, and then to ultimately replace most of the Brutes with Magmadons instead, and then add on the Flayed Dragon. And then when the opponent gets to the Flayed Dragon, you add on these flying things of your own, which are basically air banelings. Yeah, look at that. So it kind of looked like the explosion right there took place on the ground. What are like the most common colors that people are colorblind for? Yeah, they're basically Scourge, yeah. Red? Red is like the most... Okay, red and green? Okay. Yeah, fair. So if it's red and green, like this entire screen just looks kind of gray. These factions are called the Infernals. Yeah. That's actually a very good point, though. So for those of you that are colorblind, right? So how distinct does this sort of stuff look for you? Does this look like... Yeah, it's more like a brownish color, fair. But this looks very dull. So to me, this looks very bright. This looks very visually distinct, but... No, I paused the replay. There are many forms of colorblindness? Right, I understand. Okay, nobody's colorblind? Alright, never mind. Well, then I guess we can't find out, guys. Yeah, the animations don't get paused when you pause the replay. I noticed that in the first version of the game. It's very weird. The animations just keep going. These guys don't have an animation yet. You're red-green colorblind? The ground is green AF? Distinguishing units is still kind of hard, but better than last patch? Okay. That's good. But there are so many different versions of being colorblind too, right? So for StarCraft 2, they added like a colorblind setting. But it doesn't really... I guess with StarCraft 2, you can customize a lot of the colors. Yeah. Did they change the zoom in of the game? Like, are we more zoomed in now than the first iteration of the game? I feel like I see less units. Like, I feel like I'm more zoomed in. Yeah. Oh, it was in the patch notes? Okay, because I'm not losing my mind then. Okay. Learn to read? I glanced over them, Echo. It's 8% more zoomed in? Okay. So that may also help with visual distinction, though. You assume I read the patch notes in the first place, Echo Soldier. Some of you may be colorblind, but I can't read. Yeah, it's a real problem. I love how much swag these guys have when they move around. Look at this little dude over here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Look at me go. Look at me go. Very nice. No, but RTS players will always play at the distance. Like, as far away as possible. Like, that is just the way to do it. If you can zoom out, you see more of the battlefield. So you kind of have to, I think, force it as a game developer. You can't really let the players decide. Because everybody's always going to zoom out if you have an option to zoom out further. This is kind of a sick game, though. Yeah, if you go too far, you can't micro. That's true. No, I think locking the camera is good. Other than, like, maybe a little bit of zooming in like that. But, like, that's mostly just for visual interest, I guess. No, I think some games actually give like, especially competitive games, give gamers too many options. I know that may sound a little silly, but, like, if you were to unlock the camera, that's fun for observing, maybe, but I don't think it'd be very good for the competitiveness of the game. Ooh, big explosions. This is sick, though, guys. So this has been basically 20 minutes of fighting. Nearly 20 minutes. And it's still not entirely clear who's winning this. Yeah. It'd be nice, though, like, at this point, basically, the only way you win in this game is by taking better fights. Right? Which makes it very micro-heavy, but I think having a tech win would be really cool, too. So, like, teching up to Brute Lords or whatever. Yeah, map control is here is critical. Bases are also actually kind of far apart. Yeah, I think we really need tier 3 units. So the Flayed Dragon, I guess, is a tier 3 unit, but everything else is... It's not. I think the shadows ruin the legibility. Wait, you think the shadows are worse? Oh, I think the shadows are much better than they were last time. This really does look much better in my mind than the first time I saw the game. Lorimbo coming in from the south. That Flayed Dragon is still low. Oh, here we go. There they go. Oh, okay. Very low on white health right now. Oh, okay. He used that suction ability. Should probably micro it ever so slightly to the left. Get back into the shroud. These guys do insane damage, man. Yeah. No real army units available at this point for Lorimbo to shoot up. You think this is much more like Warcraft than Starcraft? I honestly don't know if I agree. Currently, yes. But that's also because there's just no higher tier units yet. I think, oh, GG. Theory left the game, no GG. The constant skirmishing and the focus on map control and all that feels way more Starcrafty to me than Warcraft. Let's go on Hygatron.
Hey.
Thank you very much. So what's the build order? Game starts. I'm assuming there's an imp being made. I think this is a pig farm over here. No, that's not the pig farm. That's the Iron Vault. And then over here, I think we go for a pig farm a little closer. Yeah, so all the way out there. I think StarCraft 2 has too much of a focus on worker harassment, to be honest. Like, that's basically all of StarCraft 2. A lot of it is just harassing workers. Try to figure like, there's still worker harassment in this game, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll still be massive, but just not quite to the same level, I guess. Yeah, so that was indeed... What is this? Oh, that was actually really well timed there. I thought for a second that was a pig farm, but it's not. Apparently he didn't need one yet. Yeah, he does not make a pig farm here. So he lines them up perfectly. So he basically makes it so that that second unit producing structure instantly produces a Gaunt. So the Gaunt and the Brute can go together. It's interesting that Theory then also goes for this base up here, because he has got his Gaunt out much quicker. And then I guess the Brute should come afterwards. Or maybe he was just slow on producing the Brute. That could also be. Because this thing finishes right now. No, he makes it pretty much instantly too. So maybe Lorimbo should be aiming for this one. Or, more likely actually, he's purposely trying to harass this one. But he already uses the ability going into the tree line, so I don't think so. I don't think he was trying to harass here. I think he was trying purposely to take this one down himself. But apparently this one is closer by when you knock down the trees. So, Theory here knocked down the trees right away. Huh. What does the speed camp do? It gives a temporary speed buff to your units. So, he takes it here, and now all of his units are faster. Plus, I think you get some resources too when you kill the mob. Yeah. I'm gonna quickly have a look as well at that nuke replay. It mainly gives 25 gold per creep and 5 fiends if done correct. Okay. So Nuke here playing with the Infernal. Monkey Enjoyer playing with the Vanguard. Yeah, I think they really have to add a third faction though. At least a third faction. I don't know about 4. 2 factions is just too plain. So, Nuke making a bit of a wall off here at the front. I don't know what this is. I think these are double Iron Vault. Yeah. No, it's one Iron Vault and then one of the Conclaves, I think is what it's called. You're actually walling yourself in fully, though. So this Gaunt is stuck, no? Yeah, you'd have to knock down the trees. Truly Game of the Year material right away. Or are you trying to trap the dog? Ah, this is not a bad idea, actually. Kind of works. You did a full wall to trap the dog and to deny harass? So what's kind of fun at this point is that it's actually kind of difficult to figure out. Oh my god, these guys are floating. Like what everybody's role is in each of the matchups, you know? Like, are the Infernals supposed to be aggressive? Yeah, units look like they're skating when you're on ×2 speed, apparently. Dang, little impy man. Not messing around. Yeah, so this ultimately becomes the entrance into the base. Or I guess the exit. This exit is also an entrance. That's what I've learned. Right over here. Shroudstone set up over here too. Can we actually kill the resource camp from the high ground? I think so. You got demolished by Lucifron? They're okay. They're always good. The Spanish brothers are always there. Playing every RPG. Or RTS, rather. Well, it seems in the games that I've seen that, like, the Infernals are relatively aggressive in the mid game because the army ultimately that they can produce is kind of insane. So this is, by the way, a 30-minute long game. It's a very long match. No, I don't have any builds or whatever on my YouTube channel yet. Honestly, I've not played the game enough. Yeah, I don't know. I've done a few YouTube casts, I guess, but I also don't want to, like, you know, go too ham and focus only on it, because at this point, StarCraft 2 is definitely the superior game. But I do want to keep a close eye out on the development of this, you know, and, like, make sure that any tournaments that, you know, I do pay attention to, like, ones that have a prize pool and all that, but, yeah. Who's Vanguard? Some guy on the ladder, I'm not sure. Imagine people being sweaty enough to make build videos? Wait, mate. Every RTS player is sweaty as hell, okay? You play video games like this for fun? RTS players don't play video games for fun. That's a crazy concept. Never heard of that before. Well, they will have to finish the game first, right? Not for an open beta? Yeah, it's okay. There's a lot of people that would rather try to go onto the ladder with something that other people have already figured out than, you know, figure everything out by themselves. People get competitive fast. At the moment, yeah, I think overall Infernals do seem to be a little stronger than the Vanguard. But, you know, if they still have to add like 5 units to each race, or whatever, right? I don't really know. But if they still have to add like a handful of units to each race, like it basically is irrelevant what the current state of the game is like. Infernal has a 60% win rate at the moment? Okay. Yeah, but should they be balancing this stage of this state of the game currently? I don't know. Like, they just changed the entire base mechanic of the white health and the entire tech tree of the Infernals too, you know? Like, I don't know any of the details, Basha. Hey, thank you very much, Lemon Dragon, for the 19 months. Appreciate that. Okay, Nuke destroying his opponent's main base. In the meantime, Monkey Enjoyer is also killing Nuke's main base. Monkey Destroyer has taken the bases over here at the bottom. Nuke still has the bases on the left. Yeah, a base race in Stormgate. Kind of sick. Yeah, it's a shame that they actually had Steam Next Fest in the same week that this beta is live for. I would love to learn how to play this game. Like, it would have been the perfect week for it, but I Oh, sorry, that they have Steam Next Fest in the same week as I am Katowice, rather. So, yeah. I'm not really gonna be able to dedicate a lot of time. I'm sure there will be more opportunities, though, moving forward. Yeah, I've got a feeling we'll be playing this a lot more as well in the future. Absolutely. Imagine this, but then completed with additional tier 3 units for both sides. And then also a third race or a third faction. I think that'd be really fun. Obviously, we need a lot of additional stuff as well added to the game, but... The anime girl fan. Yeah. That's the third faction, no? That's what I heard. I saw it tweeted. I think the Frost Giant Studios confirmed that it's an anime girl faction as the final faction. That would really draw in the RTS crowd. Yeah. Every time a unit dies, you hear... That's their death animation. It's cat girls, actually, Lowko? Oh, okay. I didn't understand. Sorry. Yeah. Somebody from the Frost Giant Studio said that for the memes in, I think it was Pig's chat or something yesterday. So, I think that's confirmed. They can sell kawaii skins for days? Absolutely, man. Look at the aggressive monetization in some of the other games that you guys recommend to me all the time. This is a nice game, though. What do these guys do? I never quite understood these dudes. These long boys. Oh yeah, they can yoink stuff, right? Yeah. They have the Viper yoink. These guys walk so, like, strangely, though. I feel like they don't move enough for the amount of the Hellborns. I feel like they don't yoink, or they move very far, but their animation is a little cursed with the distance that they travel somehow. Yeah, they have a lot of HP, but they're expensive too. So ultimately, I think the Vanguard army just sort of dies, right? But that's because they don't have a single tier 3 unit, though. It feels like all of the Vanguard units here are just tier 1 units, you know? No Flayed Dragon, none of these guys, none of these dudes either. Yeah, those dragons can absolutely carry, but, like, you know, there's no equivalent, I guess. And no real counter to the Flayed Dragon here either, other than Exos. Yeah, no kiting, but... Fair enough. Fun stuff. I have not really seen anybody play the Atlas. I feel like the Atlas is not really that great, but maybe at this point people just haven't gotten to that yet, you know? Yeah, Exos are not quite Marines, you know? The Atlas does so much damage now? Okay. So they did buff it already? You won a lot of games with the dropship Atlas micro? Okay. Cool. Well, I'll definitely be diving into this game more when I can, guys. Gamers, welcome to Stormgate. So, this game was supposed to go offline yesterday. And then they send an email and they're like, haha, got you guys now, we're extending the beta. So the NDA for this game has been lifted for like the next 4 weeks or so. And at that point, I will only be able to publish videos and stuff of things that are captured in the next couple of weeks during the beta of the game. It's all a little bit confusing to me, because basically they opened up the game right before Steam Next Fest on, like, I think this was like the 9th of February? No, not the 9th of February. No. long story short, they opened it up before Steam Next Fest for a couple of days, but only for Kickstarter supporters. Then Steam Next Fest hit, and they decided to open it up to public. So everybody got to play Stormgate. Then after Steam's Next Fest was supposed to end, they were supposed to take down the beta, but then they didn't, and now everybody, I guess, that bought into the Kickstarter can play? I think that's correct, right? Yeah, I think that's what it's like. So I think only people that paid and people that got invited. Okay. Yeah, because I actually, this is apparently a flex, but I did not have to enter a separate new key or whatever. I just downloaded the game and it was still there. I don't know what sort of account I have, but I think it's a GigaChat account. Yeah, that's what I have. I've never entered a new key. Should I have? I don't know. The game booted up just fine, so I'm hoping everything is gonna work. So I did not actually get to play. Yeah, I haven't lost access. I don't know. You also can have a friend code that you can share if you bought into the beta. Okay, I see. Yeah, this is like having a premium OnlyFans account. Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, lady, for the 13 months. Appreciate you. Kickstarters could also play February 1st to 3rd. Okay. Okay. So I have not really played this game that much. Like, I was originally planning on playing the game a fair amount during Steam Next Fest. And then I realized that Steam Next Fest overlapped perfectly with I Am Katowice. So I like left the day that the beta started pretty much. And then I came back yesterday, which is when the beta ended. Or at least when Steam Next Fest ended, but then they extended the beta. So I'm just gonna feed my own ego and say that they extended the beta just for me. Right? That's gotta be it. Yeah. I just realized that they have just for me. You're welcome, guys. You're all welcome. Yeah, I have not really... I did not really understand the EGC drama. What was going on with the EGC drama? I don't quite understand what was happening. From what I understand, they did a Stormgate tournament. Yo.
At a stoplight being a naughty boy LOV.
Hands on the wheel, sysadmin. Put your phone away. Thank you for the 43 months. Appreciate you. The tournament started 4 hours late without a final bracket. There was chaos. What? Hold up. They started 4 hours late and there was still no bracket? They closed signups a day early, had no check-ins, and they still messed up the bracket like 5 times. In the end, some people still could not get in. Wow. They clearly should have hired Nuke Official to run the event, man. That works out way better. Tons of walkovers. There were only 2 admins for 500 plus people. Technical difficulties for the stream as well. Okay. Frost Giant took down the servers as well for a bit. Wow, this sounds like a great tournament, guys. You signed up for the tournament and you never got to play? What? Yeah, so it's not yet wrapped up, right? It's not yet done. Mana was just sitting there talking to his camera for hours. That's what I do every stream. But yeah, I see. It continues this weekend. So what exactly seems to be the difficult part? Like, I am no rocket scientist and I've never really run tournaments where I have been the admin or whatever. But there are so many good platforms available these days where you can just have people sign up, you can confirm them for check-ins, and then the brackets will auto-generate themselves, right? Like, what exactly is... What platform did they use? They used new software which had issues? Ah, okay. I think it all resulted from them not having a check-in. So why would you not do a check-in? They were originally going to have check-ins, but then they took that down? Ah, okay. This guy was a legend? Hoopsia? Hoopsia was gonna play? And he just decided to move the camera? Sometimes she just... Did he actually sleep through the event? Oh, he only slept during the downtime. I see, I see. Oh, he did sleep through the downtime and then he missed his match? No! Alright. So... I don't know if this was like an official event for Stormgate. Like, did Frost Giant Studios host this themselves? It doesn't seem like it, right? But maybe they like sponsored it or something? I'm not exactly sure. But they could have done... They could have just handled it themselves.
Hope you had a great travel and hope you will have a great day, LOV.
Thank you very much, Mass Caller. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Alright. What a mess. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. Frost Giant wasn't involved as far as I know. Okay. But they were obviously heavily promoting it, right? Because this was going to be this really cool new tournament. I thought the people that ran the tournament had this like... I don't know, didn't they flex that they had a lot of experience or something? Isn't that what I saw on Twitter at the very least? Oh, they used Frost Giant Studios bracket builder? Or like, I don't know, man. Anyways, I'm not really familiar with all the drama here. But this is all a little bit funky. People said they've been running Age of Empires tournaments for years? Okay. They host big AoE tournaments? Okay. Considering I was gone for a week, that didn't seem that dramatic, guys. I think it's alright. I saw people play on Boneyard. I think I played one game myself on Boneyard. This map seems horrible, no? I don't know why, like, hold up, I'm just gonna load it up. I'm very bad at this game at this point. I'm gonna, like, dedicate some hours of practice to it today, just so hopefully I won't be a complete donkey. But please don't expect any high-level gameplay from me, okay? I saw this map. Jagged Maw is bad? Didn't this map... Yeah, this map has a second entrance into your main base. So there's... Jagged... Okay, it's weird. Obviously, at this point, if you want to play good games, you should play Broken Crown. Is Broken Crown the go-to map at this point? Okay. No creeps? If you're a creep, you can't be on this map, guys. I'm sorry. We'll just do the regular one for now. So everybody's welcome. They will rotate to Broken Crown later today on the ladder too. Okay. What? Somebody joined me. I can't kick him? He just readied up. No. I cannot kick him. All right. I gotta be quick. Boom. I'm the fastest man in the West. Look at this guy. Forced as an observer right now. I can host a private lobby, but now I wouldn't be able to make fun of the laughing man. What? It changed! I did not do anything. Hold up. Let me move my camera. It changed from AI to human. I did not change anything personally. Laughing man, more like hacker man. Yeah, what the hell? Is he gonna do it again? Oh my god, there's people joining. AI impersonating humans? Yeah, it could be. What if I close it? Does it kick them? No, it does not kick them. So people can just join my game? That's a bit funky to me. So I can also make this a private lobby and then nobody can join, I guess. Oh, you can still join even with this lobby ID? Hold up, let's give that a try. I'll post my lobby ID in the chat. Can you guys still force join this? With a private lobby? Really? Ah, interesting. I guess that is a good idea before they implement like a friend system or something like that, you know? I guess ultimately you want to be able to... Actually, no, this is still a good idea. Like, so even if you want to like play a game in a tournament or whatever, you can just host the lobby, give them the lobby ID and join. Ah, yeah. Okay, that's actually kind of a nice system. It's just that by now, or right now, I guess, the default version of it is that it shows. They should probably hide it by default. Or only, like, make it click to copy-paste or something, you know? Like, click this and then... Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. So I don't really know any build orders whatsoever, guys. I have no idea. Which one do we start with? Infernals or Vanguard? I'm fine with either. Infernals? Okay. The Infernal macro is easier? Okay, so it's kind of like Zerk. Oh, yeah, okay. I see. Zerk is also just easier, right? Isn't that how... Yeah, that's how it works. So I have to, like, work through some habits. I have habits that I have built up from years and years of StarCraft. I should use the quick build section over here at the bottom of the screen to do stuff. Also, I need to move my sellout bar. Sellout bar, you go up here. Perfect. What? Yeah, so my eyes automatically go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, which is usually where the resources are, but I basically have to, like, train myself to not do that anymore, which is a bit annoying.